we are building jobs at a level that nobody's ever seen before.
Announced corporate job cuts, Andrew, in the U.S. surging past 1 million so far this year, with 153,000 new layoffs announced just in October, according to Challenger. That is the worst October since 2003.
This is one of those moments where karma doesn't have to lift a finger. This big MAGA supporter was celebrating Joe Biden getting cancer, but now he's complaining that his healthcare costs have skyrocketed. Take a look. He replied to this post where the guy says Joe Biden got cancer, saying, "Karma, MF, couldn't happen to a nicer guy," implying that he deserved to get cancer. But now he's saying, "Donald Trump, what are you going to do without your health insurance? Oh yeah, you're super rich and don't have to worry about it. I give you 20 days to fix it or I'm leaving the Republican Party. Uh-oh, I voted for you 3 times. I'm just a little man in a big man's world. My insurance premium went up $500. I voted for you 3 times. Fix this. Fix it now. The Republican Party is leaving me and letting me down. Can't take it no more." Buddy, they've been doing that for decades. After 60 years on this earth and a lifelong Republican, I'm sick to my stomach. This country is losing respect. We're losing our liberty. We're losing our jobs. We're losing our health care. I didn't like the Obamacare, but it's the only insurance I could get. This is the problem with politics being built on hate and not actual policy. Since MAGA has spent years cheering on cruelty and celebrating owning the libs, they don't notice what the actual policies they're voting for do to people, including themselves, until the bill arrives. Trump has promised better, cheaper healthcare for 8 years and has not delivered a single plan. That's why he has to keep you distracted with culture wars so you don't open your eyes and realize you're voting against your own self-interests.
We have reached a point where millions of Americans are going to drop their health insurance simply because they just can't afford it anymore. Let me give you an example here in Washington State. Jessica, a mom of 2, lost her job over the summer. That's when she picked up Obamacare. She was paying just $93 a month. Now she went to renew, and she learned that her premium will go up to $624 a month. That's more than a 600% increase.
I'm actually really anxious about what it looks like to not have my mental health medication because I can't afford the $600 a month. That's half my rent.
Jessica is one of an estimated 80,000 people in Washington State that will just drop their health insurance altogether, with their premiums going up and the tax credit not being extended.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel and thank you so much for clicking toward this video. So Trump said that they are building jobs that no one ever expects. Like, I just hope and pray that he does that, because right now the job market is, in fact, the job market is very, very bad right now. Like, do you guys even know how many people that have been laid off from their jobs? A lot of people are looking for jobs. A lot of people are jobless, homeless, and yeah. So if he says that they are creating more job opportunities for people, I think that will really be a nice one, and this is really going to go a long way for people. Yeah, because people need to work, because like in this modern world, like if you don't work, in fact, you cannot survive without working. So you need to work to take care of yourself and to take care of your family. So if he's creating more job opportunity, kudos to him, and I really do think that that will really be a very, very nice job. So what do you guys think about this video? Please let me know that in the comment section. Do well to like this video and to subscribe. So guys, I was able to gather some few clips for you guys, so let's watch it. Share your thoughts, your opinion. Let me know what to think about them in the comment section, and I will come back to talk more about it.
Caroline Levitt is somehow bragging about Trump's job growth as we just got numbers proving we've had the largest amount of layoffs since 2003. She posted this article literally minutes after we got the news, saying Trump touts private sector job growth, efforts to shrink federal workforce. But here's reality. We're on month 10 of Trump's presidency and layoffs are the highest they've been in more than 20 years. Job cuts last month increased by more than 153,000. They're up 175% from October last year. In total, companies have announced more than 1 million job cuts cuts in 2025, up 65% from the same period last year. This was the worst October since 2003. That's the highest total for October in over 20 years and the highest total for a single month in the fourth quarter since 2008. Technology continues to lead in private sector job cuts as companies are restructuring because of AI, slower demand, and efficiency pressures. However, retail, warehousing, media, and nonprofits have also been impacted sectors. Yet, while workers across the country deal with rising costs and struggle to find work, Trump and the GOP tout affordability and the return of a domestic economy. Only the Trump administration could find a way to brag about job growth, as there have been over 1 million layoffs this year alone.
You gotta see these comments. These people have no idea what they're talking about. I will never get on board with a 50-year mortgage. Period. It's a terrible idea for the American consumer. And yes, I have firsthand knowledge of this market as a real estate developer, home builder, and investor. Let me go over some of the comments and explain why they're totally off base. Interest-only loans are dangerous and basically usury. They led to the pre-2008 collapse of the real estate market and would truly usher in an era of predatory lending. It would force the system to create equity via asset speculation, which is just a terrible idea. Because what happens when it collapses? It always does. Just don't get a 50-year mortgage. Well, then don't get a 30-year. See how that works? And this one? Come on. The share of the market in 15-year mortgages has steadily gone down over the past century. People in the middle class used to use this because it makes the most sense financially. Also, the uber wealthy don't even use mortgages. Of course, nobody's forcing you to take out a loan. But Americans have built their nest egg via investing in real estate. That's part of the American dream. And when most people need a loan to access that part of the American dream, what is your alternative? Invest in the stock market, eh? Okay. Please look at an amortization schedule and get back to me. The first 7 or 10 years of a 50-year mortgage, there's zero principal accumulation. The entire basis here then would be essentially, I hope that the price of this home goes up. The historic home price appreciation in the United States is around 2%. The Fed shoots for a 2% average inflation. So in real dollars, you're absolutely not gaining any traction. Long story short, the longer we push out the amortization schedule, the worse it is for the consumer. This one, if it's not for the middle class, then who's it for? It's not for the wealthy because they don't use these loans. And the poorest people, they can't buy homes to begin with. So it's absolutely for the middle class. Again, America first means putting the American people first, not corporations who would benefit from some crazy scheme like having a 50-year mortgage. We need wages to increase at the same rate costs have gone up. We need to actually do something about housing affordability itself and the price of that home relative to our incomes. Something like a 50-year mortgage is just a band-aid to a problem. Let me know what you think. Am I totally wrong here? I'll listen.
Mike Johnson just surprised everybody with this.
The economists have shown food prices always go up. There's an inflationary level that's built into grocery prices.
Now compare that to what the Trump sycophant said in January.
Can you guarantee that under President-elect Trump, under this Republican Congress, that grocery prices will in fact come down?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about that. Because
in a very questionable Truth Social rant this morning, Donald Trump promised to give every single American $2,000 because of all the revenue we're getting from his tariffs. That sounds really good, doesn't it? But as usual, once you break down this plan, it falls apart. Take a look. He says people that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world with almost no inflation, right, and a record stock market price. 401ks are the highest ever. We are taking in trillions of dollars and will soon begin paying our enormous debt. $37 trillion. Record investment in the USA, plants and factories going up all over the place, a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including the high-income people, will be paid to everyone. He's just saying a bunch of buzzwords here, doing anything he possibly can to gain people's support because he knows he's losing it. Richest country, factories everywhere, $37 trillion in debt, gone, $2,000 for everyone. It's chaotic, it's unverified, and it's once again Trump making sweeping promises with absolutely no details. He says the economy is booming, yet he's proposing a massive cash payout. That alone tells you something's not right. If the economy was doing so well, he wouldn't be having to hand out emergency checks. Everyone should know by now that tariffs are taxes. They're not paid by foreign governments, they're paid by us, the American consumers. Economists have been saying this for years, even Trump's own former advisors. Prices go up when tariffs go up. So when Trump calls people fools for opposing tariffs, what he's really saying is you're fools for not wanting to pay more taxes.
Supposing you were president of the United States. Yeah, you are now president. Congratulations. well deserved. And you want to be a popular president because all presidents want to be popular, right? And you decide, I really should be a president of the people, little guy, little gal, working man, working woman. What would you do? As president, would you deny money for food to tens of millions of the working class and veterans and active duty soldiers and National Guardsmen? Because in America, the cost of living is high, higher than the wages of many people. Would you let them starve? I didn't think so. Seems like that would be a path to getting a whole lot of voters mad at you. Would you propose doubling the cost of their health insurance or propose scrapping health insurance altogether for 24 million people? I didn't think so. That wouldn't be a path to popularity either. But somehow Donald Trump and the GOP think that denying people food, making them starve, and denying people health care, making sure they get sick and die, is a path to popularity. I don't get it. Do you? Donald Trump went all the way to the Supreme Court to deny people food stamps. He's got the money. He just wants them to starve. And Donald Trump is perpetuating a shutdown of our government because he wants to scrap a health insurance program, the ACA, that provides health insurance and health care to 24 million working Americans and their families. For 10 years, Donald Trump has said he has a concept of a plan to replace the ACA. Today, he posted the actual plan. Here it is. What does it say? We'll scrap the ACA, which costs about $138 billion a year, and just give that money directly to the people, which comes out to about $5,700 per person. $5,700 will barely get you to a hospital in an emergency vehicle. The whole purpose of health insurance is to have a large pool of people, millions to tens of millions, hence the ACA, to protect everyone in that pool from a catastrophic health event. I was talking to one person who said his wife's cancer treatment cost $1.3 million over 2 years. Thank God he had health insurance. Donald Trump would give him a check of $5,700 a year to cover that cost. The bottom line is that Donald Trump is not a president for the working man, working woman. He's a president for billionaires only. And if you're not a billionaire and you support him, you're just being conned.
Do you remember back in February when Donald Trump went to the Super Bowl? He left early because his team was losing, and then, well, all of a sudden he sent out an angry tweet that he was going to be getting rid of the penny. Ever since then, retailers have been trying to figure out what's going to happen. And ever since then, the administration has been quiet. Now, the Treasury Department has stopped ordering penny blanks. They've stopped striking new pennies, and they've started pulling pennies from circulation. And billion-dollar companies across the country, Kroger, CVS, Walgreens, companies that size, are struggling with how to proceed because they don't want to favor the consumer when they don't have pennies. See, there's Quick Trip, which is a Wisconsin-based company. It's a convenience store chain, if you're not familiar. And they say, we're going to favor the customer always. We're always going to round in favor of the customer because most of the states they operate in require that. But these large companies, Kroger, Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, say, hey, instead of this, we are going to just say we're not taking any cash unless it's exact change because we don't want to lose money. Billion-dollar companies are fretting over pennies.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. What do you guys think? Please let me know under the comment section. Let me know under the comment section what you guys think. I'm going to be right there waiting for you guys.